Whew. Hey everyone. Hi. It's me. It's Luke. These are my hands. This is probably the most unplanned video I've ever done. So this is a completely different casual video because today I'm going to be talking about Champed Up Slamdown, the card game. Whoa! Now, if I didn't make it obvious already, Champed Up is my favorite Jackbox game of all time. And a little while back, the community and I, along with a few of my friends, played a couple of games of Champed Up, which is a part of the Jackbox Party Pack 7, and it was tons of fun. It was really like a lot of fun, and I'm definitely going to have to do it again. But part of the reason that that particular game is my favorite is because of the card game. Like, when you draw characters in Champed Up, you can order the cards of characters that you made. So like all of the characters that you draw, well, not all of them, but most of them get turned into cards, and they get transformed into this game called Champed Up Slamdown. And it is honestly probably my favorite two-player game that there is. And that's saying a lot because Hot Wheels Acceleracers, the collectible card game, exists. And the fact that this is my favorite, absolutely insane. I don't know what universe I'm supposed to be in. So I'm not going to explain the rules or anything. So if you need to know the rules of Champed Up Slamdown, you should just go watch Jackbox's video on it. I'll probably leave a link to it in the description. Yeah, just go watch that and then come back, because I'm going to be doing an analysis on a specific batch of cards today. This is my custom Champed Up Slamdown box. And at the end of the video, I'm going to be adding a bunch of cards to this box. Now you might be wondering, what cards am I actually going to add to the box? Well, these. These two card packs are card packs that were generated by the game that we played on stream. So everything in these packs was in those games. So that means that I have a physical product that contains artwork that's made by you guys, which is super cool. So what am I going to do? I'm going to open up these packs, and I'm going to talk about the cards that are in them from a comedic and competitive sense. So that's why I said before, it's really important that you go watch the How to Play video on Jackbox's channel first. But yeah, I really wanted to do this. I really wanted to make this video because I honestly think that this game does not get nearly as much love as it deserves. There's like literally 5 or 6 videos total on this game on YouTube, and one of them is just the official How to Play video. So I'm going to do this game justice. I'm going to get deep, and I'm going to get mathematical with these cards, and I'm going to talk about them in a competitive sense, like how effective the cards are, and also just how I feel about them in general, like how much I like the art that you guys made for me, things like that. So yeah, let's get started. I need some scissors. I need some scissors. This is the most unplanned video I've ever done. And behold, scissors. I know that they have designated tear spots here, but just for the sake of being clean about it, I'm actually going to set this pack off to the side for now. I don't know which was which. I don't know which one came first chronologically, so we're just going to start with this one and see what we get. Here we go. Oh, this is so exciting. You know, I've basically forgotten everything that's like in these packs. It's going to be really funny to see. Get that trash out of here. Now I'm going to pull these cards out. Okay, good. So this is the back of the card here. Oh, would you look at that? They actually wrapped it. They wrapped it in a piece of barcode? That's really bizarre. They've never done that before. Alright. Alright, let's get rid of this barcode real quick. Like I've said, they've never done this before. This must be a pretty recent thing. More trash. And here we have the back of the card. This is what the back of the cards look like. Now I will say that not every card from the games that we played on stream make it into these packs. What it does is it prioritizes the winners of each individual round first, and then after that it will start picking losers. So if your card won the matchup that it was in, there's a very good chance that it's in here. Otherwise, way less chance of it being in there otherwise. In fact, I don't know if any losers will make it in, because we had a full lobby. I'm not used to having a full lobby, but we had a full 10 people playing, so maybe there won't be any losers in here at all. I guess we'll have to see. But I'm going to start with the first card. I'm just going to set this here. I'm going to start with the first card. And we got... Oh, wow. Check it out. We got Stick Bubble. So, Stick Bubble is... Wow. Okay, so Stick Bubble is a pretty weak card. A 1 cost, 1 attack card. And on defeat, you draw the top 3 cards of the deck, recruit one of them, and discard the other 2. Oh, and I should mention the artists, actually. This card was drawn by Cheesy, and this card is also the champion of being homeschooled. That's good, that's good. So, as far as stats go, Stick Bubble is a pretty weak card. Usually the maximum that a card can be is a 3/3. There are ways to get cards that are stronger than that, but a 1/1 is pretty weak, but it also doesn't cost very much. Like, 1 cost is not a lot, but 1 attack is also not a lot, so it's a good trade-off. However, this ability is actually pretty darn good. It actually behaves very similarly to one of the champs that you can play as in this game. And the fact that this ability activates on defeat means it'll definitely be used. And, like, that's just a really solid ability. I'm just gonna set that off to the side here, actually. Ooh. You guys are upside down for me, so I'm having to adjust. Let's take a look at the next card here. Oh! Ooh, interesting. Okay, so this is Mr. Money Bomb. So Mr. Money Bomb is a slightly better card, and a slightly rarer card at that. So Mr. Money Bomb is the champion of looking important. This was made by Cap Mark V. Or, you know, Cap MK5. Mortal Kombat 5. So Mr. Money Bomb costs 2 energy and has 2 attack. So a direct upgrade as far as stats go from Stick Bubble. However, this is a survivor ability. And the survivor ability is gain 1 energy. So survivor in general, I have found, in my experience of collecting these cards, is the rarest type of ability that you can get. Just like a really rare type of ability. And that makes a card like this more valuable. The survivor ability of gain 1 energy can also be really good, but chances are this card will be targeted and eliminated very quickly, so it might not even be able to use its ability, which is quite a shame. But that's just the nature of the Survivor ability. Pretty strong. Not like game-breaking or anything, but still pretty good. Next card. I love this drawing. This is Creature from the Depths. This is another 2/2 card. 2 cost, 2 attack. And what does that say? It has a lot of text on it. So, on Recruit, you defeat an opposing champ. And then you defeat a friendly champ other than this champ. So that basically means you're eliminating something on your opponent's side of the board instantly, but then you have to eliminate one of your own things as well. And that makes it not as good. However, you can just play this when you have an empty board, and you just get to get rid of your enemy's stuff for free. This one was made by Fire Guy _. Nice one, Fire Guy. Appreciate it. This is a decent card. This is a very good card, I think. I mean, having the ability to instantly eliminate anything, really solid. And the drawing is pretty funny too. I like the drawing. Next card. Okay, so this is the Barrel. As you can see, this is the strongest card yet in the pack. This is a 3 attack card, but conversely, it also costs 3, meaning that on most turns, this will cost all of your energy to play. This card has a special ability, so a special ability exhausts a champ. So that means that if you were to use this special ability, this card would not be able to attack, really, at all. The special is pick a friendly... Oh, wait. The special here is hype a friendly champ. So if you exhaust this card, you get to make another one of your cards stronger for 1 turn. Definitely an interesting one. I think that the 3/3 stats are going to do more good for it than the ability itself. But other than that, like a pretty decent card. This is the Champion of Nasty, and this one was also drawn by Cheesy. So congratulations, Cheesy, you actually made it in here twice. Maybe I should... Oh, you know what? I'm going to separate these cards. I'm going to separate these cards by who drew them. So far we have 3 unique artists. There they are. Alright, next card. Oh, wow, Cheesy. Cheesy, you are on a roll with this one. So Cheesy now has 3 cards in this deck. This is Massacre, obviously a reference to Massacres. I appreciate that. This is a 1 attack, 1 cost card. And it appears that Massacre has a hype ability. If your trainer is exhausted, draw a card. So that means if you were to spend 1 energy to make this card stronger, you would also get the hype ability that's listed here. And so yeah, if your trainer is exhausted, draw a card. I'll talk about trainers in just a second because it looks like we have a trainer down here. But yeah, so this could be a card farming factory, I guess, for the little amount of time that Massacre is alive, because apparently Massacre is really weak in the Champed Up universe. Massacre is the champion of living off the grid. Wow. Nice one, Cheesy. Good reference, good reference. So that's 3 for Cheesy. Next card. This is the back of the trainer card. It has the QR code on it. I believe this QR code will take you to the how to play video. So if you want the how to play video QR code, there it is. Congratulations. And our first trainer for this pack is Trina. Trina. So Trina is green. Oh yeah, by the way, all of these trainers have names. So all of the trainers from the Champed Up video game, they all have names. They all have canon names, and this is Trina. So her special is you discard your hand and then draw 3 cards. This can be a very good trainer for when you are low on cards or if all of your cards are trash, which can happen. It's common. I might have to make a tier list for these trainers because I actually have a pretty good idea of where I would put all of them, but Trina's probably around a B tier, maybe A tier character to play as? I don't know, really. I don't know, I'm a little on the fence about Trina. I don't really use her that much. I don't really play as her that much. But yeah, trainers can become exhausted just like champs can down here. And that's the thing that Massacre's ability tied into, actually. So anyway, yeah, this is Trina. No one drew this, obviously. This is just part of the pack. Usually there are 3 trainers per pack. I haven't encountered a pack that doesn't have 3 trainers in it. They're a little bit unnecessary at this point because I have like 4 copies of all of them, but what can you do, you know? Anyways, I'm going to put Trina right here. Let me know if you would want a tier list video on trainers because I would totally do that. Next card. This is the Lockpicking Lawyer. The Lockpicking Lawyer is a 1-cost, 1-attack card. And they have a recruit ability, which says, if your trainer is exhausted, defeat an opposing champ. And that is on recruit. Interesting. So if your trainer is exhausted, you can just totally eliminate your opponent's, like one of your opponent's cards for free just by playing this card. Pretty good, I would say. It does rely on your trainer being exhausted, though, so that might be the only limitation. And it's a pretty weak card, like strength-wise, but otherwise pretty good. This is the champion of the Escape Room, and it was made by Fire Guy. So Fire Guy, you're here twice now. Congratulations. Next card. Ooh, a 0-cost card. Very interesting. This is Hurt of Hearing. Hurt of Hearing was made by Tube Germ, and they are the champion of noise complaints. So you get to play this card for free, which is good. I think 0-cost cards are very good. And the special for this card is you get to draw a card and recruit it. So this is actually a very strong card, and here's why. If you play this card for free, you can then use the special on this card to summon any other card in your hand. Which is very strong because you could summon something that would normally cost you 3 energy for free. So Hurt of Hearing, actually a very strong card. Very good. Alright, next. Oh, look who it is. Look who made it into the pack. It's Guy Registered Trademark. So Guy Registered Trademark is a 1/1. On defeat, you pick any champ and return it to their owner's hand. I don't know about that one. That ability in general, I've seen on a few of my older cards, and it never really comes into play in a good way. It's not very helpful, because you're effectively just giving the other player another card, which isn't that helpful for you. It just temporarily removes that card from the board, but it will inevitably make its way back, so not the best. And it's also pretty weak, so this isn't that good of a card. This is the champion of complicated board games. I appreciate that. This is another one by Tube Germ. Thank you, Tube Germ. It's a funny card. I like it. It's just not very practical in-game. I think it should be stated that I didn't get to pick which cards made it in to this pack, and I also didn't get to pick any of their stats or abilities or anything like that. I wish I could, but they just don't let you. It's all randomized, so I'm not picking favorites or anything. The next card is An Villain, another 2-cost card. So this is an interesting one. I mean, wait, this isn't a 2-cost card. This is a this is a 2 power card, but 0 cost. This card is interesting because when you recruit it, your opponent draws a card, so you're actively helping your opponent. However, for nothing, for 0 cost, you get a 2 attack card on the board. Which, you know, it's a risk-reward type situation. Like, you might give your opponent a really good card, or not. You don't know. But you are giving them another card, I guess. You're at least helping them in that respect. But having a free 2 power card, pretty good. And this one is the Champion of Heavy Metal, and this one was also made by Cap. Thank you, Cap. That's another very good one. Next card. This is the Wooden Nickel Immune to Inflation. And as you can see, I drew this card. It was me. Oh wait, come on camera, you can focus. You can do it. I drew this card. It says my name right there. So, but how good is it though? This is a 1 cost, 1 attack card, and on hype, you pick an opposing champ and then hype them. That sucks. I hate to say it, but this is a duplicate card. I have another card that functions exactly like this one. I can say without a doubt that this is the worst card in the game that I've ever encountered. This particular combo of stats and ability, this is the worst card in the game. So of course, I'm the one that drew it, you know, like it picked me for that one. Really unfortunate that my card ended up being that one, but that's the nature of it. What can you do, you know? But at least I did get a card in this pack, you know? Alright, we got another trainer. Let's see who we got. Ooh, it's Raph. Now, Raph, I'm not going to sugarcoat it. Raph is the most overpowered trainer in the game. In fact, I think that Raph is so overpowered that all of the other trainers would need a buff to catch up with Raph. Like, a lot of the other trainers can be situational in their usefulness, but Raph is never not useful. So, Raph's special is you draw 2 cards, then recruit 1, and then discard the other. So when you use Raph's special ability, you get a free card on the board. And that's just really strong. And not only that, you get to choose which of 2 cards you would rather have on the board. So you could have one card that's complete trash, but then the other card could be amazing. And you get to do this maximum of 3 times per game. Very, very strong. Basically, whenever you lose a shield, you're going to be using this thing immediately after the fact. Yeah, Raph is by far the best trainer. S-tier character. I'm not bothered by having another copy of him. I think it should be said, I do have all 10 trainers. I do have all of them. And I have multiple copies of all of them as well. Next card. Oh, here he is. Here he is, the only card that I can remember from that night. From that stream. Wow. White van with Uno Amalgam and Kevin Hart. Of course. This is a incredibly strong card, and I'm happy it is because I love this artwork so much. This is such a funny reference and such a funny card to have. A 3/3, so it costs 3, but the attack is 3. And the ability is ongoing, so an ongoing ability. Recruiting champs from your hand costs 1 less energy, but not less than 0 energy. That is so strong. I mean, you could have a ton of 1 cost things, and then they would all cost 0 with this. That is incredibly powerful. Apparently, Kevin Hart is the champion of tourists, and this was made by Alex. Alex, This is an amazing card. I'm glad it's here. Thank you for making it. It's very strong. Next card. Mr. Covered in Dirt. Some of these names are incredible. Mr. Covered in Dirt is a 2-cost, 2-attack card, and on recruit, they hype a friendly champ other than this champ. Honestly, not bad. I would say this is probably the most average card we've got today. Just a really solid recruit ability and a 2-cost, 2-power. Not bad. It's not bad. It's not spectacular, but it's not bad. This card was the champion of being banned from the mall. Apparently, if you're dirty, the mall will just throw you out. This one was also made by Tube Germ. Congratulations, Tube Germ. You now have 3 cards here. Next card. Oh, wow. The coolest stick figure. Wow. I really do like the drawing. I like the fingers, how they're positioned like that. He does look cool. So here's an interesting little thing. It's a 2-cost card, but it's 3 attack. So the stats do not match, which is a little bit rarer than matching stats. On recruit, you look through the discard pile, pick a card from it, and draw it into your hand. That is a really, really good ability. That's a really good recruit ability because it's identical to one of the trainer's abilities, which we may or may not see later. But yeah. This is the champion of Jamming Out, and it was made by Fire Guy. So congratulations, Fire Guy. Pretty darn good card, a 2/3. Yeah. Pretty darn good. Oh, oh, I love this drawing so much. The man behind the slaughter. Oh, this drawing is incredible. So, a 2/2 special, draw a card or hype a friendly champ. The ability is meh. The stats are perfectly average. And the man behind the slaughter is such a good drawing. This is the champion of making bad first impressions, drawn by Alex. Awesome drawing. I love this card so much. This will make like the 2nd or 3rd time that William Afton has shown up in my Champed Up deck. So I'm glad he's a reoccurring joke, almost. And Alex, that's another card for you. Congratulations. Up next. Oh, so it looks like we have 1 regular card left and then 1 trainer card left. So let's do the trainer card first, actually. So our final trainer for the pack is Tony. Ah, yeah. So this is Tony. Her special ability is defeat an opposing champ and then end your turn. So I think Tony I would place in the relatively mid category, like B or C tier. Definitely not a top tier character. Obviously, if you're having a really hard time defeating one specific champ, this is the card to do it, but ending your turn after the fact can be really detrimental because it can prevent you from calling out your opponent. So, not the best, but definitely not the worst. That's Tony. Alright, we're going to take a look at the last card for the pack. We got... Oh, what is... Oh, it's the Dustpan. It's the Dustpan. Interesting. The Dustpan is a 1/2, so a 1-cost, 2-attack card. On recruit, if your trainer is exhausted, hype this champ. And this is the champion of being uptight. And this card was drawn by Muirsalt. Or, wait, yeah, Muirsalt? Muirsalt? Please, if you're in the comments, let me know how I pronounce your name, because I really need to know. Overall, I really like the drawing because of just how silly it looks. Like, the face doesn't make any sense, but, like, that's the point, you know? Like, it's that kind of character design. On recruit, when your trainer is exhausted, hype this champ. So that's actually really good, because this could be a 1-cost card that could potentially turn into a 3-attack card if your trainer is exhausted. So overall, this is a really good card. Nice one. I like it. And that was the last card of the first pack. These were incredible. I love them all. But I'm going to clear the mat here. I'm going to clear the mat, and we're going to get on to the second pack. Give me 1 second. Alright, moving on to pack 2. This is the second pack, but I don't know which one came chronologically. So, just made a little thing. Oh, bad tear. It's alright though. We got another barcode-like thing here. Don't know what the deal is with that. And welcome to pack 2. So, same deal. I'm going to place this right here. And we're going to draw the first card. What do we got? Da-da-da-da. Oh, wow. A really powerful card right off the bat. Orange Cat of Supreme Hunger. It kind of looks like a Pokemon. I think that was pointed out on stream. This is a 3-cost, 3-attack card. And on hype, you pick a friendly champ other than this champ, and they are untouchable until the end of your turn. Interesting. So you could make other members of your team invincible for 1 turn. Pretty good. I think it's the stats that will make this card more usable than the ability itself, though, just going off of experience. This is the Champion of Mondays. And once again, we have Tube Germ with a beautiful drawing. Tube Germ, you're going to get a pile right there. Up next, what do we got? Oh! Look! Oh, look how cute he is. It's the Gelatinous Cube. So on hype, recruiting champs from your hand costs 1 less energy this turn, but no less than 0 energy. This is the Champion of Gloop. And it was made... This was made by Willful Sloth. Alright, awesome. Willful Sloth is a new artist for this episode, at least. So this is a 2-cost, 2-attack card. So the stats are relatively average. And unfortunately, this ability is just a step down from the other card that we had earlier with this same ability, except it was an ongoing ability instead of a hype ability. This ability, you actually need to use 1 of your energy to activate it, so it's just not quite as good. Not quite as good as that other one, but Gelatinous Cube, I love the drawing. Very good. Alright, next up. Oh, wow. We got Addition Man. So, Addition Man is a 1-cost, 1-attack card. And, if my camera would focus, there we go. So on defeat, you hype all friendly champs. Now this would actually be a very good synergy with Gelatinous Cube. If Addition Man was to die, they would automatically hype Gelatinous Cube, which would then activate Gelatinous Cube's ability to make something else on the board invincible. So there's definitely some synergy to be had with Addition Man, but other than that, a relatively weak card. But this is the Champion of Positivity. That's why it's Addition Man. And this was drawn by Sancho Panza. Sancho Panza, I think that's how you pronounce that, but I could be wrong. A good drawing and another new artist. Moving on to the next card. What do we got? Oh, yeah. It's another card drawn by me. This is Sad Timpani. So Sad Timpani is a 1-cost, 1-attack card. And Ongoing, if your trainer is exhausted, this champ costs 1 less energy to recruit from your hand. So this can be a free card, I guess. This can be a free card if your trainer is exhausted, otherwise it costs 1. Not a very substantial boost or anything, but I'm glad that another one of my drawings made it in here, so I'm happy regardless of how good the card actually is. Up next. Oh, it's the audience. So I guess this is a representation of everyone who is watching the stream, or everyone who is participating in the voting audience of this particular game of Champed Up. So this one is the Champion of Living on the Edge. Champion of Living on the Edge, and this was drawn by Zombie. So another new artist, Zombie, you made it. Zombie, you made it into the pack. Congratulations. So the audience is a 1-cost, 1-attack card, and an ongoing ability that they have is that all players gain 1 energy at the start of their turn. So this thing has to be alive. This has to be alive for that ability to activate. And unfortunately, it does benefit your opponent as well as you, so it's not as good as you think it might be. But if you have a card that, like, you know, you really need 4 energy to make an optimal play, then this can be really good, assuming that it survives. But overall, not the best card in the world, but I could definitely see something crazy happening with it. New pile. Okay, we have our first trainer of the pack, and it is Rosie. I'm surprised we've got all unique trainers so far, because there are only 10. So this is Rosie, and her special ability is all friendly champs are untouchable until the end of your turn. I would say that this is another mid-trainer ability. I don't think it's the best. I don't think it's the worst. It just doesn't have as many uses as you would like it to. And I'm not saying that Rosie is bad. I'm just saying that Raph is so good, it makes all of the other trainers look bad in comparison. So that's Rosie. All right, next card. Who's it gonna be? Oh, yes. Oh, yes. Oh my gosh. I am so happy this card made it in. This is Boyfriend from the hit game Friday Night Funk. And it's an incredibly strong card by the looks of it. 3 cost, 3 attack, and an ongoing, this champ is untouchable during your turn. So this can take out another 3 attack card, and it would be safe. Oh, that's good. And it's the Champion of Friday Night. Oh, incredible. This was made by Sancho Panza. Again, such a good card. I love this card so much. I'm glad it's here. I was really hoping that this one would make it in, but as I mentioned earlier, in the last pack there were no losers because we did have a full lobby. So yeah, because there were 10 of us in the game, there's no room for losing cards in these packs. So if you lost, you didn't make it into these packs. I'm sorry. All right, next up, we have... Ooh! Yippy! It's Yippy. Yippy is a 2-cost, 2-attack card, and on defeat, your opponent must pick one of their champs in the ring and defeat it. This is the Champion of Being Adorable, understandably so, because this card is adorable. And this was drawn by Felix. Felix is another new artist for this pack. I like this. I like this card. I mean, your opponent is never going to, like, pick their best card to defeat, but the fact that they have to choose is pretty fun. And also just an average card stats-wise, but this drawing is incredible, and that makes up for a lot. Yippy. Yippy gets a big old thumbs up from me. This is so awkward. Being mirrored is awkward. Alright, next up. Oh, it's Miss Piggy. Miss Piggy made it into the pack. A 2-cost, 2-attack card, and on defeat you recruit a champ from your hand, the champion of beauty pageants. This one was also drawn by Zombie. Now I gotta say, recruiting champs from your hand for free in any sense is really overpowered good. And that's why Raph is the best trainer, or at least part of the reason why Raph is the best trainer. So that makes this a good card with average stats. Awesome. Boop. And next up... Oh. It's the hype. Aw, how unfortunate. Wouldn't it have been funny if this card actually had a hype ability, and it would be called the hype, so it would actually be thematic? Ah, whatever. So this is a 1-cost, 2-attack card, and on recruit you gain 1 energy. Pretty solid. So this is basically just a free card. A free 2-power card with no drawbacks like the other one. Pretty good. And this is the champion of Adrenaline, also drawn by Felix. Congratulations, Felix. You're in here twice. Good. I think it's good. Alright, next card. Oh! Oh, yeah. Would you look at that? It's Metanite. I drew this one, so I actually have 3 total cards from both of these packs that made it in. Metanite is a 1-cost, 1-attack card, and on defeat, all friendly champs are untouchable until the end of your turn. Man, we had something really similar to that earlier, didn't we? This is the champion of being exhausting. So yeah, I remember Meta Knight's opponent was Kirby, so I knew I had to draw Meta Knight. Oh yeah, the champion of being exhausting. It doesn't really fit Meta Knight, but I'm glad one of my drawings made it in. As far as how powerful this card is, not very. I could see some plays that you could make with it, but not very many situations where this is incredibly useful. Stats are weak, but I'd give it an eh. None of my cards have been chosen to be the really good ones yet. Assuming I have any more in here. We have another trainer. Who could it be? Oh, wow, no duplicates again. No duplicate trainers yet. This is Corey. So Corey's special ability is draw 2 cards. Corey is a very good character. I would say maybe the second best character, right underneath Raph, because it is very rare that you run out of cards as Corey. And the more cards you have in this game, the better, because you can do a bunch of crazier plays with more options. Running out of cards in this game is basically a death sentence, so this is a very powerful special ability. Corey is a very good trainer. That's all I'll say. Alright, next card in the pack. Oh my gosh, it's the Spiffing Brit! Shout out to the Spiffing Brit. He has an amazing channel. Go check him out right now. This video is not sponsored by the Spiffing Brit in any way. So Spiff is a 2-cost, 2-attack card, and on recruit you draw 3 cards and discard 1 card. That's really good. That is really good. Yeah, that's just a really good card. I mean, the stats are average, but the card itself, like the ability, very strong. The champion of British people, I completely agree. There aren't many people who can contest the Spiffing Brit in being British. This one was also drawn by Willful Sloth. Congratulations, Willful Sloth, you're in again. Okay, next card. What can it be? Whoa! Yes! Another one of my drawings. Another one of my drawings made it into the pack. So this is Danny DeVito. Danny DeVito is a 0-cost card, 1 attack, and is the champion of the landfill. On recruit, hype a friendly champ other than this champ. Oh, wow. The recruit ability is not the best, but still definitely useful. the fact that this is a free card is what really makes it better than most, I would say. Danny DeVito is the trash man. He does eat garbage. Incredible. Another one of my cards made it in. Awesome. Next up. Oh, wow. This is a fantastic drawing. Shadow Wizard Money Gang. Shadow Wizard Money Gang is actually a very interesting card by the looks of it. 2 cost, 2 attack, and Shadow Wizard Money Gang is a survivor. So, like I said before, survivor is probably the rarest type of ability that there is, so really cool that we got one in this pack. I think we got 1 per pack now, which is pretty cool. And so the ability is, on survive, you draw a card or hype a friendly champ. Honestly, pretty good. That's just really solid. The hard part is keeping Shadow Wizard Money Gang alive, I think. They're the champion of magical creatures, and this one was drawn by Alex. Solid card. A really solid card. Like I said, the only downside is that you need to keep this thing alive, which is really hard to do. Okay, next card. Oh, what? It's the Warden! Oh, what a good drawing of the Warden. Unfortunately, this card does not appear to be as powerful as the Warden is in Minecraft. So this is a 0 cost, 1 attack card, and ongoing at the end of your turn, draw a card. That ongoing ability is really good. However, keeping this card alive until the end of your turn is going to be relatively easy the first time around, but then you won't get much more use out of it. So overall, this is a pretty weak card. I do like that it's free, though. Having it be free is a good thing. A very good thing. So this is the champion of Large and in Charge. I remember drawing an Iron Golem to go up against this. This one was made by Cheesy. Congrats, Cheesy. Next card. Oh, once again, we have a trainer on the bottom. That might just be how they're ordered. I never really kept track until now. Let's see who the trainer is first before we do the final card. And the trainer is... Oh, wow! Okay, so this is Sloan. Now, design-wise, Sloan is probably one of my favorite characters. However, her ability is very up in the air. So as you can see, the special is all champs cost 1 energy to recruit until the end of your turn. This can either be like the game-winning move, or it will never be useful to you throughout the entirety of the match. And there's no in between. And like, I know that Sloan can be absolutely devastating, but I also know that Sloan can be completely useless to your game. And that's why I would put her as like the dead average tier. Like straight in the middle. Like there's no in between. Like she is the perfect middle ground because she can either be devastating or completely ineffective. We had 6 unique trainers, which is actually really crazy. Alright. Last, but certainly not least. At least hopefully. We'll see. We have one more card. Who could it be? Oh! It's Gangle! Gangle from the Amazing Digital Circus! This video is not sponsored by Glitch Productions. Gangle is a 1 cost, 1 attack card, and they have an ongoing ability. When a friendly champ other than this champ is defeated, draw a card. They are the champion of drama, and Cheesy drew them. I can see this ability being useful, however, the tough part will be keeping this champ alive for longer than a turn, because the stats are very weak, unfortunately. But other than that, an amazing ability and an amazing drawing. Wonderful stuff, Cheesy. Congratulations. And with that, I think I am done with everything that I wanted to, like, you know, open and review and whatever. Here's... You know, we got all of our trainers, and we got all these brand spanking new cards here. And all of these are going straight into the box that I showed you at the beginning. I think it would actually be fair to show you like how many cards I have in this thing. So I'm going to open it up. So take a look at this. These are all of my cards, and these are all of my trainer cards here. As you can see, I have quite a few. Like I said, I have like maybe 4 or 5 copies of Raph. But yeah, so the trainer cards, yeah, they'll go in here, and then the rest will go in this stack. And this little piece of foam separates them. I'm gonna have to rearrange this box a little bit after the fact, but yeah, hopefully I'll fill this box up with even more of your awesome drawings in the future. You know, in the future, I want to do more streams. I think that playing Jackbox with you all was a really fun time, and any excuse to play Champed Up and Champed Up Slamdown is just like like I live off of that. Like I'll take any excuse to get more cards and to have more fun with you guys. So look at all these awesome cards we got from all this. Super cool. We got quite a variety. Wow. Now, if you guys were curious on where you could watch the stream where these cards were created, since the VOD isn't on my Twitch page anymore, I wanted to ask your opinion. Would you rather I start a second channel for all of my VODs, like all of the things that I do on Twitch where I'm either playing a game with you guys or playing a game in general, or just doing something that's stream worthy? Would you rather that be in a separate place on a second channel, or would you rather have it on this channel? Because if you guys would like to see that VOD on this channel, I will just straight up upload the entire thing. It will not be like clean or edited, because that's so much footage to go through, and I'm putting all of my energy into making the more you know, structured videos. So it would be completely unedited. I might say a naughty word or something like that. But overall, you would just get to see like exactly what happened like in the stream. And maybe it would, you know, give you guys a video that you could watch in the meantime while I'm working on my larger projects, like, you know, future Uno Amalgam videos or whatever else it may be. So let me know what you guys think. Would you like to see that VOD on this channel, or would you like me to make a second channel just for VODs? Anyways, I think I've said all I've wanted to say. Thank you to everyone who participated in these games of Champed Up and made these awesome cards for me to talk about. And thank you for listening. Hopefully I'll be able to do more videos like this in the future. Oh yeah, by the way, like the video if you in fact like the video, and subscribe. I'll see you guys later. I'll talk to you guys later. You won't see me later. You won't see me. You'll see my hands, maybe. Bye!